And I know there's a lot of miscommunication out in the community, and I just want to make a couple of things clear. One is, I do not believe that Peter Liang intentionally killed Akai Gurley. We have never said that. He was not charged with murder, and he was not convicted of murder. He was convicted of manslaughter, and there's a big difference. And I think it's also important to make it clear that Peter Liang hasn't been sentenced yet. And so he's not in jail, and depending on what the judge decides as sentencing, he may never go to jail. But it was important to bring this case, and it was the right decision to bring this case because regardless of the race of the victim or of the police officer, when a police officer does wrong, that police officer has to be held accountable.
Before Peter Liang, those Ferguson cases, Staten Island cases, those cases, the grand jury didn't indict the police officer. So why do you think the grand jury indicted Peter Liang at this time?
We had nothing to do with Ferguson or Staten Island. We can't speak about other parts of the country. Here in Brooklyn is one standard of justice, and it does not matter the race or the ethnicity of the police officer. It matters what that police officer did. And this is a tragedy. There are no winners here. And so at the end of the day, we have an innocent young man who's dead, and we have a young police officer who stands convicted of manslaughter.
Do you think the result of the trial, it has anything to do with the politics?
This trial was based on the evidence presented. This was a jury of Peter Liang's peers, 12 people from Brooklyn, from all walks of life, served on that jury. He testified in his defense, and he gave his account, and the jury disagreed with him. It had nothing to do with politics or what happened in other parts of the country.
汤姆森了解到，全美华社对梁彼得被定罪群情激愤，计划于本周6发起挺梁游行。他表示自己并不反对游行，但是他希望社区消除对司法审判程序的误解。
I'm someone who was raised by a single mother who was a police officer, who taught me to do what is right, to be fair, to seek justice. And that's what this case is about. It's about an innocent man who was killed unjustly. And it's about holding the police officer accountable who took his life. It's not about being unfair. It's not about being a scapegoat. It's about having one standard of justice and making sure that police officers and civilians are treated the same. And I have indicted black police officers for acts of police brutality and misconduct, Latino police officers, because it doesn't matter whether the officer is black, white, Asian, or Latino. What matters is what did that officer do? And so I can't speak to any rallies. All I can say is I believe in equal justice, and I believe in fairness. In Brooklyn, there's one standard of justice, and as the DA, I'm committed to making sure that I protect all communities, the Chinese American community and any other community that's here in Brooklyn.
汤普森说，虽然梁彼得最高将面临15年的监禁，但是法官会综合考虑各方面的因素，对其进行量刑，最轻可能只判无条件缓刑，而他也会慎重考虑如何向法官建议梁彼得的刑期。美国中文电视王依依、郭娟报道。